Okay, so we have a lot of things that we just spent money on. So we might want to find some work, but first we probably want to attune to some of these things, and you want to finish your wand and
Yeah, I think there's some
downtime that needs to happen.
Money and got these items, we should probably have them for our little, well, whatever job we decide to take. So why don't we go back to our hotel and
Yes.
our inn.
So we go back to our room.
Yep.
And we're basically going to montage this next section because it can be quite time consuming. So I need a long rest to, sorry, I need a short rest to attune. And you want to finish your wand.
Yeah, I want to, we got that scroll of enhanced ability.
Yep,
it is in my wheelhouse. It is a transmutation spell, so I want to copy that down. It's only one set of ink and paper to practice.
Yes, and that will take 2 hours. So where do you want to start?
And I want to make the wand. The wand is probably the most important part of all this, so I want to start with that.
Alright. So this is going to be an intelligence check.
Yep.
Well, arcana check, so yes.
Yep.
So you're adding +6 to this roll. Because we're crafting a magic item, a rare magic item, this is going to be a high DC. Not too high, but
20 is not too high.
There's two standard difficulty ratings above that.
Well, fortunately, I'm not there. So I need a 20.
I'm pretty sure our wand of magic missiles is rare. 1 second. I'm just gonna double check. I don't want to get this wrong. Wand of magic missiles. It's uncommon.
Oh, cool!
No, it's the heroism potions of heroism are rare. So this is a 15.
All right, here we go.
That makes this a lot simpler for you.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. Well, an 8 plus 6 was going to fail.
Yeah, so you're going to use luck.
I'm so happy I have that ability now. This saved me 300 gold pieces. And a 15 plus 6 is 21.
That beats the DC without modifiers. Alright, so basically, while I'm attuning to the boots I just bought,
Yep.
you take the solution you have, you mix in all the herbs, and you pour in the gem dust, and you stir it over a fire, and you brew the elixir you need, and then you take a section of silver thread which is provided, and you wrap that around the wand, and you basically hold it over, and you basically immerse the wand in the elixir once it's cooled. And then you recite the incantation for a magic missile, and you cast the spell down into the liquid. And where the bolts shoot out, where they normally should just strike the water, cause it all to splash up, and probably damage the basin you're doing this in, the bolts are instead just absorbed by the liquid, and it starts to boil and smoke up. And in a minute's time after you finish casting the spell, the elixir and smoke is the elixir is evaporated, the smoke is cleared, and you are holding a wand with that is twirling on the silver thread, and the runes which you have carved have been infused with the magic of your spell.
And we set off the smoke alarm.
Which does not exist.
Alright, I got a wand of magic.
You have a wand of magic missiles. It's finished.
Excellent. And I've cast one first level spell.
Yes. And during the same time that you spent preparing that elixir and everything, I think I'll have finished attuning to the boots at that point. Probably take an hour.
Have enough time to do the enhanced ability scroll as well?
Well, that's the next thing on your list, right?
It's half the time because it's, like I said, it's a transmutation spell.
So yes, that only takes 1 dose of parchment and ink.
Yep.
And it takes you 2 hours to transcribe the spell.
Alright.
So that's the next thing you're working on.
Yep.
I am probably going... Yeah, during the time I'm going to finish researching my spell, I think. Or at least... Yeah.
Okay. And because we started this really early in the morning, we should still have some time today if we want to go, I guess, right? Shouldn't I mean, we got up early-ish, and...
We slept in, remember?
We talked to Wendell for a little while.
Yeah.
Then for a short rest is an hour.
Yeah.
And then another 2 hours. So, should be maybe mid-afternoon, I guess.
It's probably closing toward the late afternoon.
Alright,
yeah.
so anyway, we can read the notice and see what's all about anyway.
Yes. We've already read the notices.
Is there a place we go and talk to anybody about this, or do we just go and kill rats and bring in trophies?
There is mention of a hunter's guild. Oh, wait, I don't remember was that in notice. That might have been one of the other ones. I'm just going to go back.
I thought that was for the expedition.
That is, yes. Yeah, so there's... just mentions local businesses and residents have complained. We can probably ask around to find where to go to talk about this.
Alright, we should probably do that. At least set up everything for today. Because
Okay.
actually, rat hunting sounds like a nighttime thing anyway.
Okay. So, I'm going to do, in the time it takes you to transcribe this spell, I'm going to basically finalize everything I need to finish this spell up. But clearly we're going to be doing some more things today, so I won't be finishing it just yet. I'll probably save that for when we get back.
Okay.
But otherwise, I have everything I need to finish that spell. That's researching.
Cool. So, let's go...
Alright, so we go down. We take the notice off of the notice board, probably.
Well, I think we're probably going to have to walk in this direction because I think this is the central part of town, right?
Yeah.
And we need to find someone in authority, I guess.
We could ask Acra or Vothak or someone else. They might know.
Yeah,
Okay.
good idea.
So, while you do that, I'm going to go grab the notice off of the notice board.
Alright, fine.
But it's fine. It might just help to show that this is what we're after.
Alright. Yeah, we're interested in helping.
It's also just like standard practice if you're taking on a work contract to usually have some form of written work. And also taking it off the notice board means that probably other people will know that the job is being handled.
Or at least prevents competition, if nothing else.
Yeah. It's a pretty standard practice.
I think we should get to all the ends and pull off all the notices.
I think I'm fine with just taking this one.
Alright, so we're going to talk to whichever's behind the bar at the moment.
Alright, so Vothak is the bartender, so he's the one behind there at the moment.
Show him the notice. Is there a particular place we need to go to figure out, obviously after some verification, who do we talk to, that sort of stuff.
It says, I think it's just the watch that's been handling this so far, or at least trying to find someone to handle this.
Do you personally here at the inn have difficulty with giant rats?
It says, I think there were a problem about a month ago, but that's about it. I don't think it's happened, but I have heard that it's been getting worse around town again.
Alright.
This comes up periodically.
Okay, well, we'll head towards the center part of town and see if I can find a watch member.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
So as we head towards the central area of town, roll a perception check with my assistants to try and find some watch officers.
That's an easy job. Natural 20.
Yes, natural 20. That's very you find a few watch officers on duty, and we walk over and we take out the notice and we show it to them. It says, you're interested in handling our giant rats problem. All right.
Yes. Oh. Sorry, I just had a thought.
Oh, we can get to that in a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, it says, as far as I'm aware, the problem to deal with is, it says, by the waterfront, it says, and specifically the sewers of the town, for all intents and purposes.
Yeah. Is there an extensive sewer system in here? I mean, we're new to town.
It's fairly extensive. But from what I understand, most of the reports have been coming from the docks.
Alright, so is this a nighttime thing, I assume?
Says I don't think there's a specific time when the rats come out when they want. And if you're asking if there's a specific time when we want you to handle this, not really.
Oh no, I was just thinking rats are not usually things that wander around during the day. So anyway, not a problem. We took enough of your time. Let's just head down towards the docks.
Yeah. I do say to you as we go, bear in mind, we did unprepare some of our more combative spells.
That was my oops.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah. I do not have burning hands.
Or I don't have frost fingers prepared.
But
we could,
I have sleep.
I do not.
And magic missile.
Yes.
I can't imagine
we could take a long rest if you want and prepare new spells. And then go in after dark.
That'd be way after dark.
Yeah.
Well, we're still in daylight, right?
Yes.
And we are still new to town. Why don't we just head down to the docks, wander around, ask a few questions, and at least have a lay of the land before we try to do this after dark.
Okay. So we go to the docks, which is by the river.
Yep. And so wander around.
Yep.
Initially, just have a look, and then is there an inn or a bar or usually like longshoremen people who are working down here? Maybe because there is a dock of some kind, there must be some sort of establishment that works with the shipping.
There are buildings that look like the officials for handling the docks and ships and that sort of thing. And there does look to be what is basically a tavern, which would probably be what we call with generosity a dive bar. The sign by it says the Anglerfish.
Right.
I just say we might want to consider staying in our actual inn over that. I say.
Oh no, we're not moving in, but
it doesn't look like. It also, just looking at it, it doesn't look like the same size. So it may not actually be an inn.
okay. The other thing I want to check out for is if there is a sewer system in this town, there should be sewer grates.
Yes, we've seen a few of them as we pass by.
I want to go to the longshoreman's office, shipping.
It is also noticed you find basically. There's the easiest way to say this is that there is basically almost like a sewer pipe with.
Oh, wonderful liquids coming out of it.
Nothing at the moment, but yes.
Alright, I want to go to the longshoreman's place anyway.
Alright, so the harbor master for all intents and purposes.
Whatever. I mean, it's a river. I'm not sure if they have.
So.
And
They have someone in charge of the docks.
I want to go and I'll show them the notice that while we're interested in dealing with this. Can you give me any specific details as to, where they're more common or where the trouble's more intense?
He says, alright. He says, well, we've been having some issues around here. Some of our warehouse facilities, some businesses in this area, some of the residents as well. The northern end of town tends to not have to worry about them so much, so it's mostly the southern half, I think, closer towards the river. And it says, details on the rats themselves are they're quite large. And they've been quite vicious and ferocious at the moment. It's almost as if, I don't know, it's just something has made them more so than normal.
DM.
Yes?
North is that way.
Oh.
North is to the right of the screen. Sorry, I should have probably mentioned that earlier.
Oh. We said we came through the north gate.
No, we came through the west gate.
Oh. Anyway.
We came through this gate, which is the west gate. The north is this way.
Oh. Well, anyway, he's just saying the upper half of the village is further from the river.
Yeah, so closer to the river, more trouble.
Yes. That crossroads that goes from left to right on the map. Below that.
Yes. Okay. Gonna check out a little bit more. I want to see if I can notice any signs of animal activity, like giant rat, like leave footprints. I'm pretty good in the woods. Hopefully that will translate to an urban setting.
Alright, well, it is fortunately going to be a survival check to look for tracks and signs of animals.
That's what I was hoping for. So.
You will have to roll this as a straight roll, though.
So So survival is wisdom.
Yes.
So that is a 15.
All right. So just looking at, so where specifically are you looking around for?
Well, we are down in this area here, right? So
Yeah.
I'm going to go in and out around the buildings, check around sewer grates, go down the water, check that pipe out that you mentioned, and just in this general area here, I want to spend some time and see if I can find any evidence of comings and goings of, well, rat footprints that are larger.
Okay. With that roll, you are able to find, despite the fact that there's a good amount of foot traffic, there are evidence of rat tracks, and which are larger, and there are also evidence of rat droppings, effectively of larger size as well.
Great, really large rat poop.
Following these tracks is going to be very difficult given the amount of foot traffic, but you are fairly certain at least they're active in this area.
Alright. I'm going to concentrate looking around that pipe.
Okay. It looks quite well secured.
Like there's a grate over it? Or...
There's like bars.
Okay. Does it look like a giant rat could fit through the bars?
Roll an intelligence check.
Thought for a second my brain took a holiday. 10.
10. Hard to say given the fact you haven't actually seen any of these rats.
And I've never even seen a giant rat quite through.
But it looks well intact, so unless the term giant rat isn't as much a moniker as it sounds like, you think they'd have a bit of a difficulty with that.
Alright.
You think they're finding some other way in and out.
If they're in the sewer system,
Yep.
they have to get out.
Yes.
So I am going to search the waterfront, looking for an egress. Somewhere where they've chewed their way through. Unless, of course, they have hands and they're lifting the grate out from the sewer, climbing out and placing it back when they go back in, which I doubt.
No.
Unless they're were-rats.
No. They could probably remove the sewer grate just by pushing it, but they wouldn't put it back in place.
Yeah, they wouldn't replace it, so yes. So I want to get my owl out.
Yep.
Because this will make this a lot faster.
Yep.
And I'm going to have her fly along the waterfront back and forth. And I'm going to lean up against something and look through her eyes. And I want to see if I can find anything that fits that description.
Yeah.
Oh, another natural 20.
That will do it. Alright, so basically along this waterfront, as your owl flies back and forth, your owl actually can find probably 4 sewer grates in this area. There seems to be slightly more than you've seen in other ones because, well, the sewer's empty out here. So,
Yep.
probably some access points are of use.
Yep.
So, as a...
Rat access points.
So... Your owl actually does find a building near the waterfront. With that check, that looks like a warehouse, and it looks like it has basically what you're looking at. It reminds you of basically our very first adventure when we had a creature that burrowed in under a building in the ruined watchtower in Lakeside. The larvae did, and you see a very similar sort of burrow, except on a slightly larger scale. So it's either a larger creature came through here, or multiples.
That was only a few weeks ago, but it seems like a very long time ago now.
No, it was probably over a month ago now.
Yeah, like weeks.
Yeah, well, 6 weeks probably at this point.
No. Alright. I am going to mention this to you,
Yep.
and I'm going to get out of my owl's head. I'm going to have her circle over the spot,
Yep.
and we're going to head that way.
Okay. So we go to that area.
Yep.
In that building. You see...
So where is it on the map? Towards the north or towards the south?
It is near the...
There. Oh, this way?
No, other way. So basically, it's just past that last dock.
So
No, further back. The fourth dock there from the left of those 4 docks. Yeah.
So in here somewhere.
Around there, yes.
Alright. Okay. So what time of day is it now?
It is late afternoon, so the sun will be setting in a few hours.
Alright, we have 2 choices. Personally,
Go in now, or prepare and come back.
personally, I think rats are more of a nocturnal creature, not something that's going to wander around during the day when there's tons of people about. So I don't think they're going to be out and active at this time of day. So I think, yes, I think it's prudent for us to head back to the inn, take a long rest, because we'll probably be getting up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, and prepare new spells.
Prepare some spells that are a little bit more combat-based, and come back.
Okay, so we head back to the inn. We have our long rest.
Yep. Alright, so I don't think silent image is going to be very useful against rats, so I'm going to take that off. I'm going to put on burning hands. I don't think phantasmal force is a good idea against rats, so I'm going to take that off. I'm going to put on dragon's breath.
Oh, one of your new spells. Cool.
Because I think a fire-breathing owl sounds like a good thing.
Ah, yes, alright.
I definitely have sleep prepared already.
Yeah, okay. Well, as much as I like having comprehend languages and detect magic prepared, probably not useful in this sort of situation.
Also, I'm going to take off disguise self, and I'm going to put on enhanced ability in case we need to do
That's right, you
anything.
prepared that.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's prepared now anyway. And that's pretty much all I need to do, really.
Yeah, so I'm going to swap comprehend languages and detect magic for frost fingers and sleep, which I also copied down. Or,
Yeah. So I get my first level spell slot back, but my luck does not rekindle until dawn.
oh, okay. So I do get 2 new portents, which I didn't use. They weren't very good.
Isn't that the way the luck works? It's new day. It's new to me, so I'm not sure.
I'll double check. The lucky. When you finish a long rest.
Ah, so I get my luck point back.
Yes.
Excellent.
Alright.
We'll get up in the wee hours.
Yes.
They'll probably have to use their own food because I don't think the kitchen's open.
And the early morning.
Yep.
Yep.
And we'll head out.
Yeah.
Head back to that spot. Which is right around here.
Alright. So we head back to the spot we leave our inn in the middle of the night. Probably not too suspicious considering we have the official contract and we're doing this work. So it's fine.
I'm going to have my owl sitting on my shoulder.
Okay.
That's because of her perception skills and also her dark vision skills.
Alright. So we head back to the building in question that we found.
Also, while we're heading that way, especially as we're going to come down here, as we go this way, I want to keep my eyes and ears open for possible little scratching, skittering sounds and general rat activity.
Alright, make a perception check.
Ah, I think my owl's half asleep. It is an 11 total.
Okay. We have an uneventful walk towards the building.
Alright. So I get to the building where the
Yes.
digging was.
Yeah.
Is this any difference? Does it look like it's been used?
It looks relatively the same.
Alright.
This is a warehouse, by the way, and we do not have a method of entering the warehouse.
Alright, I'm going to go around to the door
Yep.
to the warehouse.
Yep.
And Is it locked?
It is night, so yes, it is locked.
Is there a sewer grate nearby?
Yes, there is one nearby. We can go to
that
that.
sewer grate.
Okay.
Is there a watch member near? Is there, like, do they do patrols at night here?
They do.
Is there one?
We can wait for one to come by if you want.
Hmm?
We can wait for one to come by if you want.
Yes.
Alright.
And I'm going to inform him that,
Okay. It takes 8 minutes for this watch off the patrol to come by.
that's not delaying time at all. Alright. I mentioned to him that, well, this is the contract we're working on. We think this area is a possible spot where they may be congregating, and we're going to go down into the sewer grate here. If we're not allowed to open that warehouse.
Oh, neither of... well, we don't have the key for the warehouse, neither do the watch officers, but they are willing to... So they're willing to open the grate for us to go down.
Well, I can open the door. Might cause a bit of damage to it. Is that a problem?
Once they realize that you only way of opening the doors to force it, they think they just open the sewer grate, and I think we're going down that way.
Close it after us, please, because I don't want anyone falling down the hole.
Yep, they do that.
Alright, so I'm going to cast light on my little metal cap on my staff.
Yep. And I also sprinkle the phosphorescent moss on my staff, which causes it to bloom, and we both have a light counter going.
Before I climb down this hole, I'm going to stick my staff down the hole as far as it will go, which is, with my arm length, probably about 8 feet total. And I'm going to see what I see at the bottom of this hole.
You see a ladder going down to a platform in an area that is dark and smells foul.
Yeah.
You don't see anything unexpected, though.
Can you cast prestidigitation on the entire sewer system before I go in here, please?
I'm afraid the cantrip is limited. I can cast it on both of us, though, when we
That's
leave.
fine. I will climb down the ladder.
I climb down after you.
Yeah, and then as I'm climbing down, I'm going to listen.
Okay. Perception check.
14.
You do hear the sounds of what sounds like rats nearby. Not in the immediate area.
Or rats.
It sounds a,
Not the... Right.
it sounds a bit larger than that, yes.
Right, so when I'm down at the bottom on the platform,
Yeah.
I'm going to look, in, well, I assume this is 2 directions, north and south.
Yeah.
Any evidence of rat activity, or do I see any rats for that matter?
You don't see any. You can hear some in the distance. So,
Okay. Which way?
what was your perception check? The result?
14.
14. With that result, it's a bit hard to tell.
Alright.
So at this point, I've come down beside you.
Okay, that warehouse, was it, did we go, oh, it's like here.
Is towards the north.
Okay, so this is where the warehouse was, right?
Yes.
Where was the sewer grate?
We were a bit further back towards,
This way?
further. Yeah, around there.
Okay. So I think north is our most likely case anyway, so we'll do that first.
Hang on. Alice wants in.
Yes.
Hello, Alice. You wanted to help us kill giant rats?
That would freak her out.
Yeah.
Alright. So, north it is.
North it is.
Owl's back to sitting on my shoulder.
Yep.
And... nothing else really to prepare, so... just walk. Quietly. I'm going to try and be as
Okay.
stealthy.
Stealth check.
10.
17.
Wow. Excellent.
Yep.
Well,
Meow. she is vocal. Anyway, so as we head down the road, you start to hear
A cat meowing for some silly reason.
she wants the window open.
Well, that's not happening.
Yeah.
It's kind of chilly.
As we hear the sounds of the rats getting closer. You think they might have heard one of us.
Alright, so I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
And is there any loose stonework around here?
You cast your eyes about. Not really in this area, no.
Alright, so we're still walking on a platform. We're not mucking through the actual...
No, we were on a platform. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take out a silver piece, cast light on it, which means my staff will go out.
Yep.
Yours is still going, so
Yes.
I'm going to chuck the silver piece, trying to keep it on the platform in the direction I think the sound's coming from.
Okay.
Dexterity, I assume?
Yes.
16.
16. Okay. You throw the silver piece. It lights up the area, and you see coming up the platform that we were on, the pathway we were on, 4 giant rats.
By
And
giant, how tall are they shoulder height?
still says their size is still small, but they're about the size of well, a large cat or an average-sized dog.
Oh, so they're not really that big then.
They're not massive, no.
Okay, one other question I want to ask before they get here. I'm an alchemist. I recognize smells. If I launch anything fiery in here, am I going to blow the crap out of myself? Like, how much methane gas is in this little area where we're in?
It seems unlikely that it'll cause a large explosion.
Oh, not a large explosion, just a small explosion.
I mean, your firebolts might burn slightly hotter down here, you don't know. But an important point of note is that while the light illuminates the side here, it also illuminates enough that you can see the platform coming the opposite way, and you see 4 rats coming up that side as well.
So we're boxed in by rats in both directions?
No, they're both, basically, we're on one side with the platform. There's the sewage.
Then the
And
muck.
there's the opposite side, opposite walkway, basically. There are 4 rats over there, too. And they do notice us.
Oh yeah, I chucked the light source at them.
Yeah, so initiative.
Alright.
Meow. Meow.
Alright, my initiative. Oh, that's a good initiative.
What do you have?
21.
You're going first.
Excellent.
Alright, 33 points for this fight. And you have how many?
36. Not that I want to get chewed on by rats.
Alright, and they have... an 8.
How about you?
I have an 11.
Oh, you went before them.
Yes.
First question. How far away are the rats?
On which side?
The side is imminent. Our side.
They are about 30 feet in front of us, so the light source illuminates them.
Yep.
And the ones opposite are probably about 45 feet.
Okay.
They're basically coming at both sides. And before we begin, I'm just going to let Ella sit because she's meowing a lot and she wants out. There you go. There you go. Alright, so you are up in combat. And we have a bunch of rats coming our way.
Okay. I am going to cast a second level spell to start off this.
Okay.
I am going to cast Dragon's Breath on my owl.
on your owl. Roll initiative for your owl if she's fighting. Okay, if your owl's fighting, please roll initiative for her.
Does she have a dexterity bonus?
+1.
4.
4. And, because I don't have your owl's stats, what was her hit points?
3. That's why she's sitting on my shoulder.
Alright. So that's a bonus action to cast.
Yes, but I
Alright.
can't do anything else at the moment.
You can throw a firebolt if you want.
Can't cast 2 spells.
It's a cantrip.
I can cast 2 spells.
Firebolt's a cantrip.
I know.
Yeah, you can cast a spell and a cantrip.
Really?
Yes, we've been doing that for quite some time.
Have we?
Yes. You don't have many bonus action spells is the thing.
Yeah, that's true. Sure. I will try and light up the first round with a fireball.
Alright.
The closest one.
Yep.
Oh, this is a good way to start the battle. Nat 20.
Natural 20. Okay. That definitely hits. Roll damage.
Come on, give me a 10. 4 times 2 is 8 points of damage to the rat.
Alright, the firebolt hits it. The rat bursts into flames and it screams and it falls into the sewage. Dead.
Wow.
They're not too hardy, but that was a...
That was a good fireball.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage. One hit.
Then I'm going to back up 30 feet.
Alright, you're back up 30 feet.
Waving at you as I go by.
Yes.
Join me shortly, please.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Alright, so your owl's on your shoulder, presumably.
Yes.
Alright.
Hanging there, too.
Alright.
Owls can't hover.
Well, let's see. Let's see how hardy these things are. I'm going to hit the next one in line with frostbite. That's that is unfortunately a 17. It saves.
Alright. And then are you going to join me, I assume?
Yes, I move back 30 feet.
Alright.
So
The rats are up.
the rats are up. The 3 that remain on our side run up, and as we learn, they can move quite quickly.
Oh.
They dash and make it. All 3 make it up to us. They move 60 feet and around by dashing.
Okay.
All right.
But they can't attack, which is
No.
nice.
The ones on the opposite side
Yep.
are going to see us, and they're going to attempt to leap across to assist their friends.
Alright.
So this is a dex check for them,
Why would they just wade?
because this is quicker. They don't lose movement this way. All right. Well, that's a natural 20, and the other one's a 16. So 2 make it for Cern. All right. That's a 21 and a 4. So 3 jump across with ease.
Yep.
And from that, they are able to not make it into melee with us, but there's 3 of their friends in front of them, but those 3 make it up right behind.
Okay.
The 4th and final one jumps into the sewage and has to wade through and climb back up again and wastes all its movement doing that, so it has to dash to move 30 feet. So it is basically where we started.
Okay.
Yes. That's their turn. It's your owl's turn.
Yes. Guess what my owl's going to do. My owl is going to breathe fire on them.
Alright, so this is a dex save.
Yep.
Alright, well, the first... Well, you can catch 3 of them in this cone, I think. Wait, no, good grief. No. Oh, boy.
Didn't the rest of them come up too?
Yeah, you can catch 6 of them in this cone based on the aiming. So just the last one.
Oh,
Alright, well. Natural 1,
excellent. Gonna
9, and 12. Those are all fails.
Yep.
The next 3. Natural 20.
No.
That one dodges out of the way. 4. And 15. I think that 15 beats your spell save DC.
Yep, by 1.
Alright. So.
My bad. I have not written down what Dragon's Breath does.
Alright.
You get to choose the damage type, I remember
Yes.
that. So this is fire. But I don't remember how much damage it does.
1 second. 3d6.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I'll write that down this time.
Okay.
Alright, 3d6 damage. One of them takes double damage.
Yes, and one takes none, and one takes half.
Ooh, that's a good one. That is 13 points of damage, so one of them takes 26.
So, 4 of the rats go up in flames. One screams out in agony as it burns, even after dodging out of the way, and one is nimble enough to completely leap out of the way.
So one of them took 13, so that's 6. And one is... So they're already down...
There's 3 rats remaining.
Now dead.
Yeah, there's 3 rats left.
3 rats left. And
Okay.
go back to the top of the round, right?
Yes, as we start to the top of the round, you hear, in the distance, the sound of more rats. You think the combat might be alerting others in the area.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We don't have to go hunt.
Okay, it's your turn though.
My turn. So how many rats are in front of me? Just
3. There's 2 directly in front of you and 1 a bit further back. They all made it across them.
okay. So how far is the farthest rat?
It is 30 feet away because it's where we started.
Alright, so I can't get them with
Burning hands.
burning hands.
No.
What I'm gonna do is I'm going to pull out my wand of magic missiles. It's nice branch.
Your new wand.
And I'm going to point it in the general direction because I don't really have to point it. I'm going to use 1 charge, and I'm going to send 1 at the rat that got fried,
That is in agony.
and 2 at the one that dodged.
Okay, so the one's directly in front of us. Okay.
So the one that's in agony takes an additional 4 points of damage.
Okay, it had 1 hit point remaining, so it's dead.
And the other one takes 5 points of damage.
Okay. It's still up. It did not like that, but it's still up.
Yep. And now we are you.
Are you going to move at all?
No.
No. Okay. Okay, I'm going to hit this one with frostbite again.
Alright.
That is a 6. That's a fail.
Excellent.
It's only 2 points of cold damage, but that's enough to kill it.
Alright, so another dead rat.
Yes.
Okay. How much were we getting per dead rat?
It was 10 gold per, but we had to bring proof back.
That's easy enough to do.
Yeah. Alright, so at the end of my turn, you hear the sounds of those rats getting closer,
Yep.
and they're coming from the direction behind us.
What about the one that was starting to cross the water?
It's still there, it's still where it is, but you hear the sounds of more rats coming up behind us.
And I look in that direction.
You see a very familiar sight.
A bunch of rats.
Yeah. Same number too, exactly 8 of them.
Oh, 8 more rats.
Yeah, it's 1d4 plus 4 that I'm rolling, and I rolled 4 twice.
Wow.
And they are coming up behind us.
Okay. How far away are they?
They're not going to make it into combat range with us this round, but there's 8 of them, all on the same side, all scurrying up behind us. So basically, they started 90 feet from us, and they moved 60 feet towards us from behind.
Okay, so they're 30 feet away.
Yeah.
What about the guy who decided to swim through the muck?
It is going to be able to make it into combat range with us.
By By movement or by dashing?
Just by moving. 30 feet. That's all it has to move. Alright, it has, in theory, 3 targets, but it doesn't really notice the owl. We're the bigger meals. So,
and also the ones doing all the damage.
So odds, evens. Evens, that's me.
Hey!
Alright.
Oh, they got disease. Ugh.
Well, that's a 15 to hit. That hits.
Right. Some shield?
Not for this now. Not just initially. What's there? Alright, that is 5 points of piercing damage.
Whoa! Ow.
Yep.
They're rolling well.
Yes, they are. Alright.
No saving throws?
No saving throws now.
That's good news. So we're back at the top of the round.
Owl's turn now.
Oh, an owl. That's right. My bad. Well, there's a rat. Right here.
This is a bit of a waste, but okay. So you're aiming just for that?
Yep.
Dex save. 13. That's a fail.
9 points of damage.
It is incinerated. Well, it goes up in flames. We probably do need... It's not incinerated because we do need proof.
First aider done.
Yep. There's another 8 coming up behind us, though.
Ah, should bring them on.
Alright.
I got a fully charged owl here.
Alright.
Back to the top of the round.
Yes. Is it back to you? So now we have to turn around because they're all behind. They're all 30 feet away from us from behind.
Okay, I'm going to actually head towards them,
Okay.
and I am going to get within 5 feet of them.
Okay, so you're going up 25 feet.
Yeah. And how many can I get in the burning hands? Are they in the file?
1 second. You can get 4 of them. There's a bit of a
I have
gap.
burning hands.
Okay.
At first level.
First level. Alright. Alright, so a total of 20, a 16, a 13, and a 6.
The ones that failed take 12 points of damage.
Alright, so 2 failed, so they're both dead.
And the rest, I guess, take 6.
Yeah, and are very unhappy. Alright. Alright, my turn.
Yep.
Alright, I think I have... Alright, let's try to thin these ones out a little bit. I say, I'm going to cast Magic Missile
Okay.
at 2nd level.
Oh, alright.
I'm going to send a bolt each at the ones the ones who live through your burning hands.
Yep.
And I'm going to send 2 at another one.
Okay.
So, repeating a method you did earlier.
Yes.
Alright. 5 and 4 for the injured ones, so they're both dead. Roll another high again, please. That's actually pretty good. 8 for the next one, which also kills it.
Nice.
Alright, I release the bolts and they take them down.
And it's the rat's turn.
It's the rat's turn. They move up 5 feet to you.
We've slaughtered 12 of their members.
Should be more.
Now we
2
go
groups
for
of
a
8.
pile of 8.
2 groups of 8, yeah? There's 3 remaining.
Oh, my bad. I didn't see the other tick. Alright.
Yep, and they are all going to take bites at you because they're right next to you.
Yep. Armor class of 13.
They have advantage on this roll because of pack tactics.
Oh.
19 to hit.
It is.
17 to hit.
It is. This could hurt.
16 to hit. Do you want to cast shield for any of those?
If I were prepared it.
Oh, you didn't prepare shield. Oh dear. Alright then. Alright. Each of those is a d4 plus 2.
Ow.
This is a slightly bigger magic missile. 4, 5, 3. You take a grand total of 12 points of piercing damage from all these rats gnawing you.
Ow.
Yeah, this is not pleasant.
No, I was hoping to get more of them in the burning hands, but unfortunately it did not work out well.
No. The good news is that's the end of their turn, and you don't have to make a Constitution save.
And my owl is gonna fry them.
After they let go of you, yes.
14 points of fire damage.
Alright. 14, you say. One rolled a 16, one rolled a 5, and one rolled a 13. So 14, even on half, 7 points of damage, which is the amount of hit points they have, kills all 3.
Excellent.
They did some damage to you, though.
Yeah, I'm not happy with that.
They took a third of your hit points.
Yeah, literally. All right on the button. So,
And after you burn the remaining ones, quiet seems to come over the sewers for a moment.
right. Well, I'm not doing this for free,
Yep.
so I am going to collect 16 giant rat tails. I assume is all.
But that was my suggestion too, that we cut off the tails because they're the easiest things to remove.
Yeah, I'm not putting it in my bag of holding. That just sounds disgusting.
No, but we can.
I'll pull out a spare out of my bag of holding. I'll pull out a spare sack.
Yeah.
And I'll just toss them in that, and then I'll tie it up. And
I say.
attach to myself.
Okay, this is very unusual behavior. I say to you.
Yeah, because they should have run away after the first
Yes.
blast.
They are very aggressive and almost to the point of suicide, being suicidal.
I suspect someone by the name of Willard or Ben is behind this. Before your time.
Yes. Maybe someone will know who that is.
Someone
Anyone who knows what that is, comment on that. Anyway, as I said, something must be making these creatures more desperate because this is unusual behavior for rodents, even large ones.
The problem is we don't know which direction to go in because the two piles came from both directions.
No, that is true. We also have to. Also, the main part of the contract is finding their nest.
Yes. Well, we've made a few gold pieces here now, but let's get to that nest.
Yeah, 160 gold pieces for all those tails.
Anyway, keep heading north.
We're gonna keep heading north.
Well, that is where the dig-out site is. I'm hoping there's going to be a break in the sewer walls or something that allows them access to that warehouse. So keep heading north.
Okay, so we head north.
Another question before we get there is how long does Dragon's Breath? Oh,
1 minute.
Right? Yeah, okay.
So the spell will expire very quickly.
Yeah, that's alright. Really came in handy. I like it.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Especially if you could just kept your owl on your staff or your shoulder and just have it breathe fire.
Yeah, I know. It's hilarious. Well, that reminds me, seeing how I cast light on this.
You can recast it on your staff?
Yes. I'm not picking up that silver piece.
Well, once it's dark, you're not quite sure where it is. Because a bunch of rats scurried over the space where you threw it. So it probably ended up in the sewer.
I am not picking it up regardless.
So mark off the silver piece.
I did. On we go.
On we go. So, as we move on, so you're looking for a way for the rats to get up above ground. Please roll a perception check with advantage as we travel.
Oh, wow, I was fully awake. That's a natural 20 and a 19.
Alright, that's very good.
Yep.
Alright, it doesn't take us too long to reach the area where we're pretty sure the warehouse is above us.
Yep.
And with that roll, it's very easy to see what basically amounts not to a sewer grate, but to a trap door above us.
Okay, so this, the sewer we're traveling is actually heading towards the river a little bit then?
Well, yes, we are basically running parallel to the river for all intents and purposes.
Okay, there's a trapdoor up above us.
Yes, there is a ladder there as well, but you're not quite...
Okay, I was going to say, how do we get up there?
There's a ladder. Yes.
Alright.
You're not quite sure how the rats would get up here. They could... Rats aren't exactly meant for climbing a ladder. No.
Is the trapdoor closed?
The trapdoor is closed, yes, but you're fairly certain that this is an area... So we basically spend some time fanning out, and we actually look across the opposite side of... Basically, the opposite path, across the muck.
Yep.
And we see a crumbled section of wall.
Okay.
And it
The
looks...
walls of this sewer, are they dry or are they wet and slick?
Do you reach out and touch one?
I'm just going to look.
Just going to look? Okay. They're pretty moist. And humid. It's humid down here.
So I can't use my slippers then.
No.
That's unfortunate.
So it looks like that path, actually, mound of debris, almost forms like a path going up. And you think they might be getting up that way. But that's a bit outside the range of our light cantrip.
Okay.
Unless you want to jump across and investigate that side.
Not specifically, no.
You can send your owl over.
How far is that leap?
It is about a 15-foot leap across.
So that would be definitely an acrobatics check
Yeah.
of some kind.
It was a check for the rats to do it.
No, I'm going to climb up a ladder and use my owl's perception to listen. I want to see if I can hear any movement on the other side of this door.
Okay.
Six.
All is quiet.
What a surprise.
It is also late in... sorry, early in the morning. It's past midnight at this point.
I'm going to gently push on the door. Is it latched?
It is latched.
I have my light source. I'm going to hold it up to where I think the hinges are, and then on the other side where the latch is.
Yeah.
Can I see what's holding it in place?
Make a perception check for sight. This is without advantage because this is just you looking.
Oh, well, that's not so bad. I roll 17, and I have +1 with...
So 18.
Yeah, for wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the latch. It's there. You can make it out.
What kind of latch is it?
It is like a bolt drawn across, basically.
Okay, I am going to cast Mage Hand and manipulate it because I can see it.
Okay. Roll for Mage Hand to manipulate this.
Really?
This is some fine work here, a little bit, this way.
Well, then the 3 might be disappointing then.
So, with your spellcasting ability, it would be a 7. So that's a little much. This is a little difficult for Mage Hand to fit in. This is not meant to be operated from this way, you think. There might be a... It could be latched and then locked down, possibly, on the other side.
Is this a metal?
It is indeed made of metal.
I'm going to spend a few minutes, concentrate on it, and
Okay.
I'm going to make it wood instead.
Okay, you make it wood. Takes a minute.
And then once it is wood, I'm going to attempt to force it open.
Alright, make a strength check. You said force it open, that's a strength check.
I mean 11. No modifiers.
Roll damage. So you hit. You hit.
Oh. Right.
Inanimate objects have the armor class of 5. So,
It'll be a D8 then?
yep. If you're using 2 hands. 2?
Yep.
Okay, you hear a cracking noise, but you don't. It's still sound. You probably haven't. You've damaged it, but not.
Whack it again. 8.
Still, it's all right. Don't bother rolling damage. I don't think you can. Yeah, no. You break the lock.
Unfortunately, not quietly. Once I break the lock, I'm going to sit here for a second and listen again.
Okay, you can roll another perception check.
18.
Okay. Well, you heard that echo quite a ways,
Yeah, I can imagine.
but you stop and listen. Nothing seems to be happening at the moment. You hear no noise from above or in here. All right.
Open the trap door.
It opens. The broken half of the latch you broke tumbles down.
Yep.
Yep.
It's going to be wood for a while.
Yep. For an hour, isn't it?
No, it's longer than that.
All
I
right.
don't remember.
So,
Lots of them turned everything into wood.
so you climb up.
Stick my staff up into the fresher air at least.
Yep.
And what do I see up here?
This is a warehouse. There are lots of crates of things stored here.
But any signs of rat activity?
You don't hear anything at the
I'll
moment.
look around. Investigate this room.
So you climb up.
Yeah.
Okay, climb up. I guess I'll stay down here, I say, and keep watch.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. Shout if you hear anything.
Yeah.
21 for investigating this warehouse.
All right. Well, if you're all right, so there's plenty of crates, and some of them have tarps thrown over them, and you basically go to across the. You remember where you saw that area of the wall that had crumbled and broken down below? You follow that path investigating. You basically see a section of the wooden floor where there are planks where they've been broken open. There was probably solid earth beneath it before, but the wooden floor in here has been damaged and broken, and probably this is where the rats are coming through. And then you follow it and you find the burrowing underneath out into the wall to get out.
Okay. Do I see any rat signs? Giant poops. Claw marks, teeth marks.
We find the claw marks and teeth marks on the boards and by the wall to burrow out.
Yeah.
So yes, you do see some of that. You don't see any leavings, and you can't really make out tracks at the moment in here.
So this is not where they're coming from.
No, but this is probably how they're one of the ways they are getting out.
Alright. What's in this warehouse, by the way? What do they store here?
Everything is being stored in crates. You haven't opened any of them.
Well, there's no markings on them? Like, this crate contains blah blah, that one contains this.
There are some markings on them, but they're not in. They're not called words.
No.
So, unless you want to
No.
crack one of these open, you've already broken entered into the premise.
No, we didn't. No idea what you're talking about. I'm gonna go over the ladder, go back down,
Yeah.
and close the trap door.
Yep.
Obviously can't latch it, so I'm not
Nope.
worried about that. So, while I'm standing up on the ladder, where is this broken, crumbled wall part?
It is on the opposite side, like I described.
Yeah.
So it's across the 15-foot gap,
Yeah.
and there's almost like a mound of debris which you could probably imagine a rat climbing up.
Can I fit through that?
You'd have to go across and see because,
Too far away?
yes, it's outside the range of the light cantrip.
Hey.
Or you can send your owl across.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'll have 60 feet of dark vision.
Does your owl's dark vision work in a field where there's tons of light?
Probably not.
Probably not. I think
I
that's...
gotta reach up,
Yeah.
put my hand on the wall, or the ceiling, I guess, at this point, of this area. Is it dry?
Nah, it's still pretty humid in here.
Alright, so that's a... Being foiled by the fact that I don't want to get a poop.
You have a familiar that can fly.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm going to come back down with you, and because I want to investigate this properly. It's more of a, not an owl thing, it's more of a cat thing.
Well, I can summon my familiar on the opposite side of the gap.
Yep.
This is close enough. So I'll summon Alice over there, and you want her to...
See what's in this area.
Alright, so what do you want me to do, I say, specifically? You want me to look at that... how the rats are getting up?
Bit of brick. Yes, I want to see... It must lead somewhere.
You think it leads up.
Yes, but...
You saw the hole in the floor up there.
Is that where it goes, I think?
That's where you think, yes.
Let's find out and make sure.
Okay.
Let's make sure. We are looking for a nest, so be part of that.
2 5s. Okay. It's not hard to find, so my cat just goes up it and can walk up gracefully. I said, well, I think I'm seeing the inside of the warehouse.
Alright, so this is not it. There's no other fork to the road or anything.
Well, no. It's just...
There. So this is not it.
No. I said, well, we could try following the rat's tracks.
Yeah, let's just keep going north.
Okay.
Because 8 of them came from north, so...
Okay. So, roll a survival check with my assistance, for what that's worth.
It gives me advantage.
Yeah.
I think you must be interfering with my skills, or I don't like tracking things as much. The highest number I rolled with advantage is a 3.
Oh boy.
I do get some modifiers on it, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, so 6 total, I think.
I'm just going to head north. It's not like we have to, worry about forks in the road or anything, because there's only one direction to go in.
Well, you do say that, but we walk for quite a distance,
Yeah.
and then we do come to a T-junction.
Okay. Heading north and south? Sorry. We're heading north.
Yes.
The T-junction branches east and west, I guess?
Yeah. And just keep going north, by the looks of it.
Oh, so it's a crossroads.
Oh, yes. Okay. It's a crossroads, not a T-junction.
Alright. I am going to not get in the muck, but I want to investigate this area to see if I can discern anything that's been disturbed.
Okay.
Investigation check?
Okay.
Two.
So 8.
Plus 6 is 8.
Well, this is not your day.
This is kind of important. I'm gonna burn a luck point. 'Cause
Alright.
I got that one back anyway, so. Oh, we climbed up to a whole 7 plus 6. It's now 13.
13? Are you sticking with that one?
Yep.
Alright, so you are investigating the area.
Looking for disturbances, possible tracks. Well, actually, can't really do tracks, I suppose, because that would be survival.
Yeah.
But just looking for anything that's been passing through here that moves stuff around, or doors, trap doors. I don't know. I'm just looking.
Okay. Alright, so you there are no trapdoors. You look to the north as it continues. Using the light counter, you can see it does come to an end, and there is basically a sewer grate with a ladder, and that's the end of that passage going up.
Okay.
So if we're going to continue, we have to go either left or right.
So east is towards the river.
Yeah, so that will end at some point.
And relatively soon, too, so that would probably be a good choice, but we would probably have to cross. Is that on the other side of the channel? Or do we have to cross through
The channel also is in this cross section.
Yes.
Yes.
But, yeah, if we're on the west side, we have to get to the east side to go down that way. Which means we have to leap across this thing.
We were on the east side originally.
Oh, alright, that's
So.
great.
No, you'll have to run for the other way. Here.
Alright, head east. Head east towards the river.
Alright, we do come, in short order, to one of those pipes with the grating.
Is the grate intact?
No.
Oh! So this has been damaged.
It has.
Enough for a rat to fit through?
Yep.
Enough for us to fit through?
There's two bars basically that have been wrenched out of there. Like, have been wrenched down, so they're sticking outwards. So yeah, we could probably fit through.
Alright.
Now, I'm just like, that doesn't look like something giant rats can do.
No, but I mean, you already figured they're having help, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna look out towards the river.
Yep.
In the muck and whatnot. Do I see anything that would indicate the rats have been coming through here?
Right. You're looking for tracks.
Yeah. Survival check.
Survival. I'll give you some advantage.
Looking at a 15.
A 15. Okay, you do see some tracks very similar to giant rats. And another set of tracks, which are very clearly not.
Something wearing like boots.
Nope.
Something with
Something with clawed feet. Something with, basically, you can make it out, there are two claws on the front and a third at the back. And it kind of just...
Okay. I've tracked a lot of things.
Yeah.
Bipedal or is it walking on all fours?
This looks quadrupedal, similar to the rats, but but it's a different track enough that it stands out.
Were they heading towards the grate or heading away?
They looked like something came through here.
Came from here, heading out?
Nope. Came in through here.
Somewhere and came in.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should probably follow these to their origin first.
Okay.
So squeeze through the grate.
Oh, you want to go out into the water?
Oh, sorry, is that water that we're heading into?
Yes.
Oh. So it came out of
Well, water.
Something came out of the muck, out of the water,
Yeah.
walked through the muck, and came into here.
It came in here, yes.
Alright. So their nest may not be in this area. It might be somewhere else. Right,
Or I say something else came in and is competing for territory for them.
Yeah, true. Alright, reverse our path,
Right.
and let's head west.
Alright, so there is a gap to cross.
A 15-foot gap.
Yes.
And I've been rolling so well. Alright, I'm going to attempt to leap across, because this is still all wet, right? I can't use my boots.
It's rather humid in here. So this is dexterity or strength, depending on your choice.
No, doesn't matter, right? Burning a luck point. I don't want to swim in this stuff. I give up.
What did you roll?
The best number I rolled was a 6.
That's not good enough, I'm afraid. You make it halfway and then land in... well, the crap.
I am landing in
Yes.
Do I have to make a dex save for this?
No, it was not a natural 1. Which is what that would take.
Alright, I'm going to climb up the other side
Yep.
and look at you with pleading eyes to...
I leap across gracefully using my 19 portent minus 1. I'm sorry, no, +1 for dex. So 20 in total. And when I'm across, I wave my hand and cast prestidigitation on clean you.
Thank you.
So now that we are both across,
Let's head west.
yes.
I want to survey the ground and see if I can follow these tracks. If there are any.
All right. Yep. This is another survival check.
That will be an 18.
All right, that's better. You pick up the trail, and we can follow it now. It is heading in this direction.
Good. Finally, something positive.
Yes.
Wait, charge the for the cleaning bill.
Okay.
Let's proceed.
We proceed. And we follow the tracks, and we turn... well, basically, if we're going forward, we're turning to our left again, so we're heading south
We're
now.
heading back south.
Yes.
Alright.
And based on the light from our light cantrips, which is just at the edge of it, we think we're heading into a larger open area, possibly a cistern.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to stop, and I'm going to listen.
Okay.
21.
Sorry?
21.
21. Okay. Yeah, with that you can hear something up ahead.
Do I get a sense of it's like rat chitterings or...
Nope, it does not sound like rats at all. It does sound like something moving around, though.
Well, we have two options. You can pick up your cat, and we can douse our lights and use our cats and owls infravision. Or sorry,
Yeah,
dark vision.
same thing.
Or we can just head forward.
What is it going to be?
I would just head forward.
Alright, so we head forward.
Yeah.
With
Casting
our...
spells through my owl eyes is probably not going to be the best thing to try and do.
Alright. We...
Stealthily. Which is
alright.
really stupid because we have bright lights.
Self checks. With, with a disadvantage, I'm afraid. Because we are carrying bright lights.
Yeah.
Okay. So with disadvantage, that was a 3.
I'm only slightly better with a 7.
Instead of an 18.
Yeah. I didn't really expect to be stealthy here. I mean, I can't even imagine that being possible.
Okay, well, the good news is it wasn't as bad for you as you might think, but it's still...
Bad enough.
Yes. We hear the sound of clawed feet on stone coming in our direction. And we just...
Just stop.
Alright, just as you stop, just on the edge of your field of vision,
Yeah.
there are 2 giant rats.
Okay.
Not moving.
Okay. So,
They're just...
how far away are they?
They are just at the edge of your light cantrip. You can see their noses poking out.
So,
It's 40 feet.
30 feet of bright light and another 30 feet of...
20 of each.
20 of each. So 40 feet away,
Yeah.
I see a couple of whiskered noses
Yep.
that are just sitting there.
Yep.
I'm going to move up 10 feet.
You move up 10 feet. You see these rats now in the light. They're fully in there.
Yep.
They are there. They are not moving.
Is there any rubble here?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm going to pick up a rock.
Okay. We'll also say it's a rock. You throw it.
Another rock. Yeah, it's, if I'm not picking it up, it's not a rock.
Okay. You pick up a rock and you throw it. At the rat.
Yep. Just because.
Okay.
Let's see how it reacts.
Make your attack roll.
10.
That hits. It hits the rat's nose, bounces off. You hear a sound of stone hitting stone.
Oh, crap.
And you hear that clawed feet getting closer as the noise echoes through the chambers. And coming up along the opposite bank, you see a long serpentine creature that vaguely resembles a hooded cobra with legs. And a crest very reminiscent of birds of prey coming out of the top of its head, and it has feathers. And its eyes glow with a bright green light, and its fangs drip with venom as its forked tongue lashes out. And it sees both of us.
Is this... well, we fought one of these, right? Is this a cockatrice?
This is not a cockatrice. It has no wings.
So this is a basilisk?
They say, oh, that's a basilisk.
Oh,
This
that's
is-
bad.
Yeah. And it sees us, and we are rolling for initiative. Look, there's what the good news is. You didn't go further than you did. Oh, it was almost a natural 20. I have a 3.
I have a 17.
You're rolling good initiative.
You have a 3?
I have a 3. It was almost a natural 20.
Oh, it's not 17 below.
No, it was a 20 and it rolled over to a 2. And the hooded basilisk has an 18.
Crap. Don't you have a portent you can give it so we go first? That's kind of a waste.
Yeah.
How far away is this thing from us?
It is 50 feet away from me and 40 feet from you. Because you went...
Great. That's closer.
Yes, you did.
Well, hopefully it doesn't have a 40-foot move rate.
It doesn't seem to be moving too quickly, you notice. Those clawed feet of its limbs don't seem to be built for speed. They do look quite strong, as do its jaws.
Yes.
But I'm sure I don't have to warn you what the main threat of a basilisk is. That green glow in its eyes, quite obvious.
Yes. Do I know enough about this to know how it petrifies people? Is it bite, or is it
You can roll a...
Arcana?
It'd be nature, actually. No, this is a magical creature, so yeah, Arcana would be fine.
Any different roll of 3. Doesn't matter how many pluses I have, I don't think it's going to get high enough.
You know it has something to do with looking in the creature's eyes.
Alright, so...
That's about it. You do not know the specifics. Apart from the fact you're probably not within range. Because you are not currently.
Currently.
Yes.
I haven't had to make a saving throw yet. Alright, it's up first.
It is up first. It sees you. Alright. It's not a very intelligent creature. It is going to... And it sprays this venom in your direction.
Okay.
In a 60-foot long, 5-foot wide line.
Holy crap.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Do you?
It's aiming at an angle, so no, it's missing me.
Constitution saving throw! That is, 7 plus 5.
You have a +5 const. No, you have the ring.
Ring of protection.
You do. That is exactly the DC.
Woohoo! I had to burn my last 1 point.
So you only take half this damage.
Oh.
Alright. You take 7 points of poison damage. And fortunately, you are not poisoned.
Wow, I'm down 19 points already. I forgot. I've already taken damage.
Yes.
Okay, but it did not come closer to me.
No, but it still has its movement.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's gonna do this. It's not very smart. It tries to leap across.
Alright.
And falls. Ha. A bit further than you did, a bit further than halfway. And it wastes the rest of its movement climbing up.
So it's still roughly 50 feet away from me?
No, it's 50 feet from me. It is now it leaped across in a straight line, so it's still 40 feet away from you, except now it's on this side.
Alright.
It's just in the range of your cantrip, or light cantrip. Yes, you're up. I forgot to put some points down here.
My bonus action is to drink my healing potion. I have a healing potion I keep in one of my vest pockets. I'm gonna drink it.
Do not think too hard about probably how filthy the outside is at this point. I cleaned, that's fine.
I didn't fall.
Yeah.
Back to you. What's with a bad batch, that one. I regained 5 hit points.
Oh, that's really low.
Yeah, 1 and a 2.
It doesn't even get around the venom spray it did.
No, it does not.
Alright, that was your bonus action.
I'm going to cast a spell.
Alright.
Cast Expeditious Retreat.
Which is also a bonus action.
But I can use it as my action, though, right? Can't I? Can't I?
No, but you can No, you can use the potion as an action, though. Because we have a house rule about that. So you can reverse that. Alright. So your speed increases by, if you get a free dash on this turn,
Yep.
and on subsequent turns, it's bonus action.
Yes.
Should I take it the fact that you are running 60 feet away from this thing?
Yes.
Alright. So, you are...
Well, no, it's 40 feet away from me, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to... It didn't seem that fast, right?
No, it doesn't. It's not as quick as the rats.
Yeah. So I was 10 feet ahead of you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move 40 feet back.
Okay. So you're 30 feet behind me now.
Yes. And
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, as I go by, we need to keep out of the range of this thing.
Yes.
Alright. That's everything I can do.
Alright. My turn. Well, if range is the key, I really have... Well, I have a few options, but... Let's go for the slightly bigger one. I'll hit it with Magic Missile.
Can you see it from where you are?
Well,
Yeah, it's just at the edge, right? Because you're 40 feet away.
I was 10 feet further back than you.
Yeah, you can't see it.
I cannot see it. It's outside of the range. Alright. Alright, variation on my plan. I'm going to move back 30 feet.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh wait, 30 feet. Sorry. Oh, that might stop moving that quickly. This is tricky. This is the problem when you're fighting in a dark space with only light sources.
Well, I plan on creating a light source soon.
Alright, I don't want to get too close to this thing. I'm going to move back my movement to be beside you.
Yep.
Because it's 30 feet distance. And I will... I don't want to waste spells. I'm going to hold Frostbite as an action. To see until this thing comes up in range. Alright.
Well, it's up next.
It is up next. It still sees our light sources and is coming forward. So, steps forward 20 feet. And then it is going to. You were 40. Alright, so and it's going to dash to get up. One thing before I do that. Okay. It dashes up. It is now within range of my cantrip.
So
I
it
can
moves
see it
up
now.
40 feet.
Yep. That is a 7. I don't think it's. Constitution is that great. Yeah, plus 2. A 9. Ooh! 6 points of cold damage. Max. And it didn't roll that for its recharge. That's venom. So that is. Not quite. It did use its. Yeah, okay, so that's its turn. At the start of your turn, it is now within 30 feet of you.
It was 50 feet from. Sorry.
From me.
50 feet from you.
Yeah.
And I moved back.
40.
I was 80 feet away, and it moved up 40, so it's within 40 feet
No,
of
it's
me.
in 40 feet, so it's not within 30 feet of us. Okay, good.
Okay. I want to make sure I always. So now I know how far I can move. I gotta make sure I stay out of its range. So it, at the start of my round, is
40 feet from
40 feet from me. Okay.
both of us. Because I'm standing beside you now.
Sorry. Yeah. So it's 40 feet from me, and I can see it.
It's at the edge of our light cantrips, because it just entered the field of that.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to use another charge on the wand.
Okay.
I'm going to
Getting
fire
the-
magic missile at it.
Full use out of your new wand.
Might as well. Let's get up here, That's more like it. 12 points of force damage.
12 points of force damage. Okay, did not like that.
And then I am going to move back 40 feet.
Exactly. Guess you can. As a bonus action, you can move 30 and then move back 10.
Yep. I'm staying out of range of this thing.
Alright. So it's my turn.
Okay.
I can now see it within range.
You can see it. Yeah.
So I was in range of my cantrip. So, I'm going to do what my plan was last time. Which is hit it with magic missile. Oh, that's terrible. 8 points of force damage.
No, it works. It's down 26 points already.
Yeah. It's not liking this, but it seems to be a tough creature.
You're gonna move, right?
Yes, I move back 30 feet.
So you're 10 feet in front of me, unfortunately.
That's true. I can't do anything else, unfortunately. I can't.
I know. I was actually gonna suggest that you just move back and let me do this, but
Alright,
maybe next round.
maybe next round. It moves up 20 feet. Oh, wait, one thing first. Okay, it moves up. It moves up again. It is now within 30 feet of me.
Yes.
Alright, that's its turn.
Oh, but it's an action for it to do his gaze weapon or whatever.
It's your turn now.
I can see it.
It's in 40 feet from you, yes.
I am going to use 2 charges of the wand this time.
Alright, so this is a second level magic missile.
Yep. Only slightly better than my last one. 14 points of force damage.
Okay. The bolts slam into it, and it really is not liking this continuously being hit with bolts of magic force And you can see that its wounds are getting to the point where it's very unhappy. It is definitely bloodied at this point.
I should move back 40 feet.
Are you going to?
Well, one of us has to be active here, just in case one of us gets petrified.
Yep. Are you going to move back then?
Move back.
Yep.
Sorry.
40 feet?
40 feet.
Alright, at the top of my turn, the basilisk locks eyes with me, forcing me to save against its petrification gaze.
Do you have a portent?
I have a 3 as a portent.
Probably not a good idea.
Not a good idea, no. Alright, Constitution save. Oh, that's not good. That's a total of 8.
Oh, no.
You can see the green, like a flash, almost like a camera flash, and the lower part of my body is suddenly starting to stiffen and turn to stone. I am restrained by this.
That's not good.
That's not good, no. So my speed is 0, and I have...
What's the basilisk doing?
It's not its turn. It's mine.
Oh, that's its whole turn. It can't move?
No, this happens at the start of my turn.
Oh, start of your turn. Okay, so you can't move now.
I cannot move. My movement is 0. I have disadvantage on attack rolls and and dex saving throws, and it has advantage on my attack rolls. And as is one of our little house rules for casting spells as restrained, I have to make a check to try and make semantic components work.
Right. Well, you're gonna cast a spell, aren't you? You're gonna try anyway.
I am. So yeah, it's just I have to make the save on my next turn. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right. I have to repeat it on the next turn. I am going to cast a spell that does not require semantic components.
You're gonna Misty Step back towards I am?
I cast Misty Step and teleport 30 feet.
Towards me?
Yes.
Okay. My skills of medicine and
Alchemy and transmutation, which is what technically is happening here.
I have that powder that I got. Do I know from all the research I've done on that powder, does it cure this?
It does not cure petrification, no.
Can I make a medicine check to prevent this from happening, or?
On your turn, possibly.
Right.
It's the Basilisk's turn now.
Yes.
Huh? It's not getting his venom back.
I don't care about the venom, that only damages us. I can take that. At least a little bit of it anyway.
It is going to move up its 40 feet of movement again.
Okay, so how far away from me is it now?
Well, I move.
So you're 10 feet in front of me.
Yes. Well, it's within melee with me now. Because I only teleported 30 feet.
So it dashed. So,
Yep.
Wait a minute, no, it can't be.
No. No, hang on. It's still within 30 feet of me, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm actually 40 feet from it.
Yeah.
And you should be 30 feet from it.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That's where keeping the distance at. But it doesn't matter. I've already looked into its eyes, so it doesn't do anything worse to me at the moment than it's already doing. So your turn.
Okay, so can it turn you into a human, Genasi statue? Does it take,
It's your turn now. So what do you want to do?
I am going to think for 2 seconds, and do I think a medicine check is something that will prevent this from happening?
Roll an Arcana check.
Three plus 6 is 9.
You have no idea. That is either your action or your bonus action. Which do you want to use?
Am I thinking about this?
It is taking time for your turn, yes.
Bonus action.
Alright.
Alright, my best bet I think at this point is to finish this thing off. Two more wand charges.
Okay. You have used up 6 of its 7.
Yep, I know. I want to kill this thing. Points of force damage.
Oh, that's a pretty good hit.
That's a pretty good hit. Nice numbers there.
It is not liking this. It was starting to get slightly more confident that it managed to petrify partially one of its prey, even though its victim then vanished, which is unsure about. But it does not like that. Its flight or fight instinct is starting to kick in.
Back 40 feet.
Okay.
One of us has to stay active.
Yep. Well, the downside to this is, I think I'm now outside your field of light.
No, yeah, you have a light though. So.
Yes, you have one. That's still going up. Yep. Okay. Well, I need to repeat the saving throw now.
Make it.
All right, that is a 7.
Total?
Total 3 plus 4.
3?
Yes, I know. I am petrified.
That's not good. That's not good at all.
Yeah, you can see me turn into a statue.
This is reversible from my knowledge, right? Of petrification.
At the moment, you don't know.
At the moment, I don't know. I gotta kill this thing.
Yes.
Misses.
Its turn is up now.
Yep.
Doesn't getting its venom back.
Alright.
Alright, it moves past me, dashing its 40 feet movement, because I'm not a problem anymore.
Nope. Alright. At this point, can see it again.
Yep.
Actually, there's light all around it now.
Yes, my light source is illuminating it up because light is not concentration, so the spell keeps going for the full duration.
Yep. And I am going to use a second level spell slot and another magic missile.
Okay.
$13 points more.
Oh, it is.
It's taken 60.
It's taken a lot of damage, and it is. It's hissing. It's not happy. It is seriously looking to. It's not. This is not working in its favor now.
We move back 40 feet.
You move back 40 feet.
No sense in.
All right. Intelligence for this creature is not great. If I so I just rolled an intelligence check to see if it should flee or not. I rolled an 8 minus 4, so 4.
Is it chasing me?
It is because it can't recharge its venom. It just follows you up.
All right. I am going to burn my last second level spell slot.
And hopefully kill this thing.
I want this thing to be dead so I can go over and help you out. There. Another 13 points of force damage.
Alright. You launch all the bolts and they just all tear through this creature's head on the way out and just... And the one good news is you're pretty sure you took out its eyes.
Now that I'm really speedy still, I head right back to you.
Yep. I'm a statue with a glowing staff,
I am going
which is now made of stone.
try and do a medical med check on you.
Okay.
Try and use my med kit to help you out. I don't know if it's going to work. I have no clue. But I'm going to try. Good. Roll a 3.
Okay. Do you want to try and recall from your knowledge of magic about reversing
take 5
petrification.
seconds of breather, and I'm gonna use my last luck point. This is stupid. 15.
Okay. So you know about the Basilisk's petrifying gaze. It's a range of 30 feet. It can force a creature to sees the creature's eyes to make the saving throw on the start of its turn. And on a failure, it starts to turn to stone, is restrained, and then if they fail the next save again, they are turned to stone. Until freed by a greater restoration spell or similar magic.
Oh, crap. Okay, so I need to get you out of here.
You also know that there is an alchemical solution to this.
Oh.
From that roll. Basilisks eat their petrified victims, and there's some sort of nature to their stomach acid which unpetrifies the parts they bite off.
So I can actually make food of this? Alright.
Yeah.
So I have a dead basilisk.
You have a dead basilisk here. You do not know the exact method of reversing this, though. From that.
Well, I'm an alchemist. If I collect some basilisk bile from their stomach,
Yeah.
I might be able to research this.
That might take a while to unpetrify me, but...
Well, it is an option. So what I'm going to do is take out my dagger, slit open the belly of this thing.
Yeah. This is a medicine check to remove this.
Alright. I am tapped out here almost, really, of everything. So this is just going to be a straight roll. Medicine check will be an 11.
Okay. The safest solution you come to is to remove this creature's stomach.
Just tie both ends of the tube and
Yeah.
take the whole stomach.
Yeah. You aren't with that roll. You're not too concerned about trying to extract the bile directly from the stomach. You don't know all the preparation methods. You have its stomach now removed,
Alright.
and its eyes have been destroyed, by the way, by that of your last magic missile. So, its petrification power is ruined.
Okay, I'm going to toss that in the bag or sack I'm carrying all the rat tails in.
Yeah. You have two options now. One is to find a cleric with greater restoration as a spell.
Can I carry you?
No.
So you're a deer until... That's not good. I am going to leave my owl perched on your shoulder.
Yep.
With the instruction to inform me if something comes by.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I have to leave you here.
Yep, you do.
I'm going to quickly retrace my steps. I'm actually still really quite speedy.
Yep.
I'm going to go back up. That's great. Actually, the first grade I see.
Yeah, which is actually the one to the north of the original cross section we came to.
Yeah. I'm going to hop out of there, and then I'm going to run to Wendell's place.
Alright, how long does Expedition Retreat last?
I don't know.
Okay. But you get out and you run there. Okay.
Yeah. And it's now the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah.
I'm going to bang on his door and get him up.
Alright. Alright, it does take a few minutes. But Wendell comes down and says, Jonas, do you know what time it is?
It's an emergency, I'm sorry. My friend has been petrified by a basilisk. I don't know any clerics in town, but I pull out the basically stomach thing. And
He says,
I know you're an alchemist. Maybe together we can produce what's required. Cost is not an option here. I mean,
he says, alright, I understand this is an emergency, and if not, well, I can probably... I know a few clerics in town. There's probably one that can help your friend.
Greater restoration. Anyway,
Yeah.
wee hours in the morning. Can we make this?
He is... Alright, So he's going to attempt to assist you in making this. Is he making the roll, or are you making it?
I'll assist him.
You'll assist. You'll assist him. Okay.
Well, actually, I don't know. Whose skill's better at this? I don't know. Alright. I'm the one in... Not dawn yet, but no, it's actually... I need a long rest. Never mind. Alright. We're gonna make this. Oh, finally my bad luck is ending. One of them is a 1, but the other is an 18.
Alright. So with Wendell's...
on top of that.
With Wendell's assistance, you are able to extract the bile and the stomach acid, and you begin to work on the potion. Okay. It does take you a full 2 hours to brew this.
Alright.
Alright. He hands it to you and says, alright.
We got one?
He's brewing one potion for this, yes.
Alright. Is there enough left to brew another one later on, possibly?
There is possibly enough for one more dose. That's still in the, basically in his alchemy setup, but he's handing you the potion that he's produced.
Okay. I'll be back.
Yes.
Trust me, I will pay for this or whatever. We'll figure that out.
Alright.
Back.
He sends you off.
Reverse my steps. My owl has not screeched.
Nothing has happened.
Alright. I'm gonna head back to you.
Alright.
And I assume I just pour this over your head.
Yep. So,
Can you do so?
you pour the potion over my head.
Yep.
Alright. A few moments pass, and then you start to see the effects of this reverse.
Hey!
It is not instantaneous, and it is basically like watching, well, the effects of the petrification gaze in reversed. So, for 6 seconds goes by, and I'm no longer fully petrified, and another 6 seconds goes by, and my body is flesh again, though I'm quite stiff.
I give you a big hug.
Yeah. I'm covered in bile and stomach acid. Well, that was an unpleasant experience.
Yeah, wasn't terribly fun from my perspective.
Oh wait,
either.
I'm resistant to acid, so I don't take any damage from the stomach acid.
There you go.
It's fine. It's already been rendered. I say, all right, we should definitely take that with us. I say, pointing at the basilisk corpse.
First thing, now that the emergency's over,
Yes.
I want to check this greater cistern area, the larger opening.
Yeah.
What's in there?
There is. Let's just see. I'm actually gonna roll for this. Why not? Yeah. Let's call it this. Oh wow. There are a grand total of 10 petrified giant rats in here, and there are a large number of them have been partially eaten,
Yep.
and this does look like at some point being a nest.
A rat nest?
Probably originally, but the basilisk seems to have moved in.
Okay, I'm going to break off the petrified rat tails.
Okay, this is going to be...
There's no brush, so I'm just going to take my hammer and spike and just tap them off.
Okay.
How many rats are there here?
10.
I'm going to add 10 more rat tails to my pile. They don't know how they died.
Please point out they are petrified.
Yep, I know.
Oh,
Part
there.
of the battle. And then I guess we have to decapitate the basilisk.
It is... Yeah. It is almost... it's about 6 feet long from tail to tip.
Yeah, I'm not bringing the whole thing in with this. Just the head.
Okay.
As disgusting as that is.
We throw that in with the sack where the stomach was.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Now you're whole again. I also apologize for...
It was necessary.
Yeah, it was
I
the
see.
best option. If we both got petrified, that would be the end of it.
Yeah, no, that was not pleasant, I say. I'm still quite stiff, by the way. It's like, it's pretty clear that I've been petrified for a full 2 hours at this point.
Yeah,
So,
plus travel
yeah.
time. Alright, we'll make it out to the nearest sewer grate.
Yeah. Which is the same one you came down, so that's fine.
And then...
As we come out, at this point we notice that the sun is starting to crest over the hill. It's almost dawn
Alright.
at this point.
I know it's been kind of a hairy last little bit here, but do I know where the head, like where the watch office is? Like,
You have not asked around yet, no.
alright, I'm gonna find a watch officer.
Alright. I'm just going to roll to see how long it takes us to find one. Okay. It takes 7 minutes to find a watch officer.
Wow, this is speedy service. And when I do,
Well, we're basically just following the patrol route that we saw them taking earlier. I'm trailing slightly behind you at this point, but that's about it.
I tell them that we have news about the rat infestation issues, and I assume we have to go to your headquarters.
Alright, so they are going to take us to the, basically, the watch's office, basically.
Alright. When we get there,
Alright.
just because it looks really cool to do this.
For future reference, by the way.
Hmm?
For future reference.
Yeah.
So we're heading, we see this fountain here in the crossroads.
This fountain?
Yes. So we go north along that road. North, up. Just up from there.
West.
Yeah, west.
Yeah.
And then south. This area, this large ringed building.
This one?
Other one.
This one?
That one. That.
This complex
That complex
is
the basically their.
Alright.
I'm not sure what to call it. Like prison, keep, watch office. It was a watchtower in Lakeside, but it's not here.
No. Alright. And for dramatic effect, because
Yeah.
I saw it in a play, I guess I should say, I pulled out the head of the basilisk.
And you show it to them, and they are disturbed by the look of this thing. But first of all, it's very early, but
Yeah. We have solved your rat problem,
And then some.
Tails out.
yeah. All right.
The nest has been destroyed as well.
The watch officers are very early in the morning. It's very early in the morning. They are not experts on magic, and they do not really seem to notice why the rat tails are petrified at this point.
So from my count, there are 26 rat tails,
Yep.
and there's also a dead basilisk, which I expect to get a little bit extra for, and we also...
Yes. So this is not going to be so. Based on the original contract, that's 460 gold pieces reward
Yep.
automatically for the nest and the rats. And it's going to take them a little while to find someone to talk to about the basilisk, but we are getting an extra bit more for that.
Alright.
Let's see. Alright. They had to wake someone up in the middle, well, basically just early at this point, just before dawn.
Yep.
And
Should be
they,
dawn by now.
what? Yeah.
Should be dawn by now.
It is,
You're
but
you're not moving very fast.
No. Alright, and they go and they say, alright. They are looking at the basilisk and seeing that this is clearly a bigger issue than they initially thought, and the thought of this thing getting out in Vyrn's Run is a bit of... They are offering... They're basically not sure what to offer as a viable reward. So basically they're going to be offering a 200 gold bonus for the basilisk.
So 660 gold total?
Yeah. Not bad for this work.
Alright, kid, that was the worst battle we've ever been in.
Yeah, that was quite bad.
That was tough.
Yeah, that was a little scary there for a moment.
Yep.
Basilisks are tough that way. And the last thing we should do probably is go visit Wendell.
Oh yeah, we have to go back because we definitely owe him some money or something.
Yes. He says, well, the one thing he's definitely hanging on to
Is the...
second dose, which he managed to finish in time. Is that will be worth something, a fair bit.
Yes.
And
what do I owe you for your services?
well, he's asking for basically a take from the reward. What is he asking? How much we got? So
5 gold pieces.
you tell him. No?
We got 660 gold. I like Wendell.
Yeah. This is alright. He is going not take a third of our profits, because that would be 660 would be 220. He's going to take 160 gold pieces of it and leave the rest with us. With the potion, that seems to be...
Alright. That's 400 for us.
500.
Oh. No, I'm gonna give him 260 gold.
Oh, wow, okay. You're giving him more than he asked for.
Yep. Nope. I really, really appreciate it.
Alright, well, there's a good chunk of our reward gone.
Yeah, that's fine. No, it was well worth it. And
At that price, he looks at the amount of gold and realizing the amount of generosity we're showing here. He takes the potion and says, in exchange, you might want to take this. It might prove more useful.
I think I'd rather you keep it maybe on account. Because, we are going to be shopping here a lot, so
Okay.
I'm quite happy to generate some goodwill here.
Okay. And with that, we take the remaining gold we have, and we head back to the inn for a much-needed rest.
Oh yeah!
And-
I've burned through almost everything.
And that is definitely where we will be calling it for today. Thank you for watching, everyone. This episode went a little over, but...
Oh yeah, it did, didn't it?
thank you for being with us. We hope you enjoyed that nerve-wracking encounter there at the end. We finally had a boss that actually proved to be a genuine threat.
Yep. An expeditious retreat was so worth it.
Yep. Alright. I hope you enjoyed that. No more basilisks, I don't think. And we'll see you all again next time. Please remember to like and subscribe. Bye.
Take care.